You're listening to Plus Size Divas with Deanna and Carmen.
Oh my gosh. Hello. Welcome every worthy, beautiful, unique body. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm back. I know everyone missed me last week, but we had the best co-host ever. Julie, we love you. Thank you so much. So you are listening and watching 2 Plus Size Divas. You can find us on Twitter and Instagram at 2 Plus Size Divas. You can also find us on Facebook at The Plus Size Divas. Watch us live on Facebook Live every Tuesday, 7 p.m. or on latalkradio.com.
Do you want to say who you are?
Oh my gosh. I'm Carmen Renee, aka Eat the Cake too.
And I am Deanna at Deanna Bombchica, and together we are
the Plus Size Divas. So I'm so happy to be back.
Yes, I have to say, Julie did an awesome job. We love Julie. She's such a supportive, wonderful friend. If you don't know who she is, at Confidently Jules.
Yes.
On Instagram, go follow her. She's such a friend to the show. We love her. Really quickly, I don't know if you guys see what I'm doing here with my awesome nails, but we have to thank our awesome sponsor for this week and next week, Felicia from Marie Antoinette Nails and Lash.
Yeah.
She did
amazing.
Our nails. You guys, you can hit her up for your own appointment, 831-998-2234. It's on all of our posts. I'll make sure that it's on our YouTube, everything, where you can get her affordable, amazing. She does whatever you want, but I feel like I don't even have to wear jewelry with these nails.
So cool. And
They're
we're
so awesome.
totally trying to get her out here to LA once a month. So hit us up because we're going to start taking bookings for her.
Yes, we are.
That's just what we do.
We love her. Thank you for the sponsorship, baby doll.
Okay, so let's get into this. First of all, I feel like this whole weekend has been crazy because I finally got to meet our amazing guest who I've been dying to meet since the first time I ever saw you. I've really been fangirling, I swear, like since I've met you. And now I just see how amazing and humble and gracious and just overall awesome you are. So without further ado, we have Miss Big Bottom Behavior herself in the building.
How are you guys?
Oh my gosh, we're so happy to have you here. Seriously, introduce yourself, tell everybody where they can find you and what you do.
Okay, so I am Havala. I started the company Big Bottom Behavior, which is an inclusive athletic apparel line. And you can find me on bigbottombehavior.com and at Big Bottom Behavior on Instagram.
Yes.
BEHAVIOR, because I always try to put the U in there and then I can't find you. So make sure you spell it right. Yes. You are so adorable. We have to talk about later in the show, we're going to talk about your Big Bottom Bash that happened in LA, first annual this weekend. I'm just going to gush, but we'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll get there in a second.
Yes.
We'll get there in a second. In the meantime, before we get to Havala, so gossip, ladies and gentlemen.
And Miss Havala has some real sip tonight.
Real sip? I like
Deanna's
it.
got her coffee.
Yeah,
She's got her liquor.
I have coffee and she has liquor. So you guys, I was watching E Entertainment News last night, and the gossip for tonight is Beyonce, Beyonce, as I like to call her. Beyonce is on the cover of Vogue. She's the first African-American woman to ever be.
Yes.
Clap to that. First African-American photographer to ever take the photo for the cover. Also a male gentleman.
I mean,
to that.
Crazy
Beautiful.
that it's 2018 and we're hearing those words.
That's crazy. So I hit Carmen up with this one. I'm like, hey, Beyonce did this whole spread in Vogue where she's accepting her body post baby, and it's all, that's so great, like body appreciation. And Carmen's reaction was this.
So I love that she's there now, but I would be lying if I said I wish she wasn't there actually after she had her babies.
You wish she was there, right?
Or she was, because the first photo that we saw of her with the twins was a completely photoshopped picture. And we've talked about this before. It's one of my biggest frustrations is that women, we feel so ashamed to share the real journey of our bodies after babies. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I'm obviously always proud and I love to see women accepting their bodies.
Right.
But it did kind of just like rub me a little bit the wrong way.
Well,
Maybe I'm alone.
Well, and it looked like too, like, and she even said like, oh, I took, my wigs off and I'm not really wearing makeup. But the photos are like, she's very covered and, I don't know, for me, I kind of wanted no makeup and no wigs and like her showing her belly and showing us some stretch marks or showing us something. And it was, very, very Vogue, which, if you're going to do the body acceptance thing, man, put it out there. Like, let's see it.
Havala, you've had 2 babies, so you can speak on this better than Deanna or I.
Yes, absolutely.
So please share.
I do feel that women need to see more of like what it is like after birth and what the experience really is, because it's probably one of the hardest things that a woman will ever go through. But yeah, I agree as well. I mean, I feel like you can, if you're going to talk about it, then you should show more of it.
Yeah. If you're going to say body acceptance, be about the body acceptance.
I mean, I just kind of feel like she's had, how old are the babies? Like a year now at least. So she's had a year, to, I don't know. I don't want to say the wrong thing because I don't want to, put down anybody's journey. If it took her a year to get to this space, then fine.
But she claims she has not snapped back, so that's what she's claiming. Like, people have been saying, oh, I think Beyonce's pregnant again, because she does have, she calls it a fupa.
She's had 3 babies.
Well, especially with cesarean section, it's like a C-section is so different than a normal vaginal birth. So it's like so intense. So it's something that a lot of women would like to hear, like the feedback on and things like that, like what it's like after birth. It's nothing like a normal delivery, so it is nice to hear the honest opinion.
Right.
But still, I mean, kudos. I love hearing, that first Black woman on the cover, first Black photographer to shoot the cover. It's progress. I'm not going to deny that.
And you know what? If Beyonce, who everybody, worships in their own little way, comes forward and is claiming body acceptance, maybe that'll pull more people towards it. So for me, I'm like, hey, it's a step in the right direction.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, she could have did a whole Vogue shoot where she was airbrushed from head to toe and look at me a year after my baby, and she kind of took a different route.
And she says, my body, like my rules, and so I can't put her down for that. And maybe that's, we talk about what people feel comfortable in. If she's a year after her babies and she feels comfortable in the shoot covered, then fine. Like, she doesn't need to be, naked to accept her body. It just, would have been nice to see a little bit sooner, but that's just me.
Yeah, I agree. Can we get a little?
Oh my gosh! First of all, we forgot to give out the phone number.
Oh,
guys,
we forget everything.
If you want, I literally have the show run in front of me too, and I still forgot.
It's funny. It's great. It's okay.
If you want to call in and talk to any of us, if you missed me so much for 2 weeks, please call in. We have Havala here who wants to talk to all of you. So the number is 818-570-5085. Please call in with your questions or just to say, hey, we would appreciate it.
Yeah, call in. And it's also time right now. We're just moving along so lovely in our love. We're trying to be better about segments, you guys. Like, we have segments, and we're trying to really be better about segments.
This is definitely our
best segment. But this is Be Positive. This is Carmen finds a quote every week that she loves, and we kind of discuss it, and she wants to share it with you guys. So
so I watched last week, and I loved the conversation that you guys had on this word normal. And it's funny because one of my friends just texted me last week and was like, oh, Jessica, I hope you're watching, you keep me normal. And I was like, you know what, normal is so overrated. So anyway, my quote is, normality is a paved road. It's comfortable to walk, but no flowers grow.
Vincent Van Gogh.
I love that.
I've decided that perfect and normal are 2 of my new non-favorite words, because what is normal and what is perfect? And I think that those standards of, maybe it was the healthcare system that said, oh, okay, if you're 5'5", you need to be this weight, and that's normal. Maybe that is what put these standards out there or whatever, but I feel like that's kind of like why we are where we are right now, is because somebody set these, what normal is, and it's like, so if you're 5'8" and 10 pounds more, you're not normal? What is that? So just 2 words that I'm not a fan of anymore, so I love that. Stay weird, y'all.
I know, exactly.
Stay weird.
Hashtag stay weird.
Yep.
All right, so let's get to you. I'm not going to let you sit over there and be quiet anymore. We're going to pull it out of you. You have to talk to us about your first ever Big Bottom Bash that happened on Saturday here in LA. Deanna and I could literally talk for an hour about it, but we
really
won't. We're going to let you tell us about the inspiration behind it and the feedback that you've received from it, because I think it's so important.
Yeah, it's actually I've been working, thinking about the Big Bottom Bash for probably the last 2 years, ever since I started Big Bottom Behavior. I noticed that there wasn't really events or parties or things like that that were inclusive, and that you could actually, like, you see the feeds on Instagrams of all these fun parties and things like this, but everybody looks a standard size. Everyone looks skinny or white, and it's just like a certain just standard thing. And I was like, I would love to see an event where I see all these bodies, big bodies, just celebrated, where the people that are there are catering to them. The brands that are there are catering to them, and things like that. So in my idea, I had this, like, I wanted all these different brands to come together and create a whole experience, with it be shopping and connecting with community and things like that. And so I envisioned this all in my head, and finally I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna invest everything I can into it, and that's what I decided to do. I just started making the plans probably in November, and thinking about who I needed to get out, what I really wanted to center, which was fat women, not just the curvy hourglass shape. I wanted to center fat women, and I wanted to center women of color, which I feel like are not represented and are not paid. So that was like a big focus for me, and everything that I envisioned in my head came to pass. Like, I was crying about it, and it was, at the event, it was almost like surreal, because it just like flashed over my head, and it was actually really hard. I didn't get to like talk to people or be out there like I wanted, because I didn't have like an event plan or anything. But it was everything that I wanted. The happiness that I saw on people's faces, the laughter, the dancing, it was everything that I had envisioned. And I just hope, and I know that this is just one of many to come.
It is.
And then I know that I hope brands and other companies will invest, and we can actually like sponsor and things like that.
Yeah.
I just have to say, I have never in my life, 45 years of life, never been to a pool party where I ran around in my bathing suit, so unconscious of my body, women complimenting each other, dancing, having so much fun, eating and not being like freaked out to eat.
Yeah.
The first time that I ever ran around a pool party and didn't feel the need, she knows, I've done it at my own events, to put a cover up on when I got out of the pool, immediately, like waiting for me, like, let me put my cover up on. And nobody else did either. And I can't thank you enough for creating such a safe place for us all shapes and sizes. You know, I know what you centered it on, but there were thin women, there were big women, there were tall women, short women, there were women with handicaps, there were all types of women, all celebrating and all really just being lovely to one another. It was such a beautiful, like, we all had like a little sisterhood there.
Yes.
So I just have to tell you thank you, because I didn't know what I was getting into, and I left going, can we do this every day? Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
like, we need those events every day for everybody. You know, that's the big thing.
Yeah, I received so many messages after that who were like, oh my gosh, when is this coming here? Oh, we have a caller.
Caller. Keep that thought.
Okay.
Hello. Thank you for calling the Plus Size Divas. Who's calling? Nobody. Hello? Are you there? Speak up.
Hello.
Okay, you
just
hung
kidding.
up. Okay, it was a ghost.
Okay, let's go back to what you're
So
saying.
I
Maybe they'll call
received
back.
so many messages from women being like, when is this event coming to my town? I've never been able to experience this. That was one thing. Like, I've never been able to experience it. And that like hurt my heart. I had a lot of women come up to me at that event and be like, I've never been to an event where I felt good in my swimsuit. So
They're trying again.
here we go again. Let's see.
Hi. Can we hear you now? Hello?
Oh my God, can you hear me?
I can. Who's this?
It's Julie.
Julie. I'm
Julie,
surprised.
can you turn down your radio in the back?
Turn down your radio, honey.
So I had you on speaker, and there was a total delay in everything that you guys were saying.
I
So I
know.
have you on my laptop, so I'm watching you.
My
Oh,
God.
okay.
Cool.
I told Julie today, I'm like, you should come, because after we left the gym, she was like, tell Havala I said bye, give her a hug for me. And I was like, come give her a hug yourself.
I love you, Julie.
I'm really
Oh my
surprised
God.
she's not under the table calling from under the table because like she
Seriously.
threatened she was
that
going
was
to.
my That was my intention originally. I told Deanna last week when I was there, I was like, I'm going to sit in the fucking lobby and just watch you guys like creeps. That was my
I love
intention.
it.
Funny.
Oh, Julie, you're such a friend of the show and such friends to us. And did you want to say something about the event because you were there and you felt it, you know?
I wanted to ask Havala a question in
Yes.
regards to the event before I spoke my opinion on it, if that's okay.
Yes.
Hit it.
Okay, so Havala, first, you're just amazing. You know that I'm absolutely in love with you and everything that you do. How do you feel hearing all of the positive feedback from your fucking beautiful event that you hosted? Like, how? I can't even imagine like how you feel.
It's honestly
being, like-
overwhelming. It's overwhelming, and
Yeah.
it's I'm trying to process everything just because it was just something that I was worried that maybe there wasn't going to be a turnout, or maybe it wasn't going to be everything that I had planned, and everything that I did was very strategic. When I planned who I wanted to come out and do the movement and how I wanted to break everybody in, and that's why I had Genzai there to start the dancing, to get everyone to just kind of be liberated and to feel like comfortable in their body, and like so all of it was strategic, and I didn't realize that it was going to be so impactful. And I think it's also because I almost like downplay everything that I do. I almost like I don't have enough, even still I don't have enough confidence in everything that I do. So even now it's like shocking to me that it was so amazing. But I'm filtering all the pictures. So the photographer was so amazing. So I got all the images late last night, and she set it up so I can tag everybody and send I can actually send the direct link to the
awesome.
entire period from beginning to end.
Yay.
Yeah.
And so I'm excited because I'm going to be able to send that to people, and you guys can actually see it. But yeah, it was incredible, and I need to focus on just posting about it and just getting it out there, because I feel like if everybody could attend something like that and it be a frequent thing, it would be something really impactful to.
It would be.
Yeah.
I think everybody left there with a boost of confidence and more self-love for themselves. And I'm sorry to our viewers that might not understand what happened, but it literally was like a full-on
Go
like,
to
love
Big Bottom
fest.
Bash hashtag so you can just see
Right.
a
Yeah, see all the
glimpse of it.
pictures and the
Filter
videos.
through.
And the
Yep.
new ones will come out. Like the pictures she took were incredible, and so I'll be sure to be sending that link out so you guys can all get them.
Yeah, it was so great. Julie, we love you.
I love you, Julie.
Oh, I love you
We
guys.
need to hang
I
out
love
next
you guys
time
too.
you come.
Continue
I mean, when
talking.
I
I'm going to
come.
keep watching you guys.
Okay.
Thank you for
Thanks,
calling,
Julie.
babe.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Love you guys.
Love
All
you.
right, bye.
Yeah, I want to just bring up what you just said, because I know you and I talked about this a little bit this weekend. Is I think that we have this. It's like this little voice in our head that's always saying like, no, or no, that's not going to work, or that's not good enough, and I want to really, for all of us, like, stop listening to that voice. You know what I mean? Because your event was. I'm not just saying that because you're here. It was like so beautiful. It was magical. And like you have to own that. Like you did that. You know what I mean? And you made an impact on everybody's life that was there and everybody who saw it. So I want you to really really own this moment and really feel confident in what you accomplished, because it's something that not a lot of people, I can't think of one person can say that they've done that with that amount of people who walked away feeling like that.
Yeah, it's overwhelming. Honestly, like it just, I'm crying about it now. Like it's really a huge impact on. I just need to own it, just like you say, and just embrace it and know that it was something that I was called to do, because I knew that it was something I was called to do, because it was something that was just eating away at my head, like constantly do it. I could continue doing my brand and just focus on the athletic wear and the business aspect, which is usually just sitting at home packaging in the garage or posting on social media from time to time. But that, I feel like, is a part of what I want to do, but it's not really everything that I was called to do, which to me, in my head, I created this event for my sister, which is Leanna. Like, I wanted to create a space where I was going to say, okay, that she would feel like she was, like, this was made for her. This event was made for her. that every aspect of it was created for her to feel like everybody else feel, like how we should all feel. And so that was really important to me, and I feel like I accomplished that. And it is just about owning it, and just and it's just shocking, like almost like it's hard to do it. But I'm going to just, from here on, I'm already planning the next one, and I want to know how, I just want to do it bigger. I want to do it better. I want to have more shopping options, like all these, like more vendors, more people that can come out and offer a whole experience, and definitely make it longer, because they cut our party short. We needed like 3 more hours.
Definitely.
Yeah, we did.
We needed like 3 or 4 more hours.
Can you just tell people too, because I mean, we know you've referenced the brand. Tell people exactly. I want to know too, what made you start your business? What made you go, I need to create this?
Yeah.
And talk about what you sell and what you do, because that's really important.
Yeah. Well, I was working at Starbucks for 10 years, and I felt like I thought I was going to work at Starbucks forever, and I was fine with it because their schedules were flexible, and I could take care of my kids. But I always started teaching fitness classes, and I really noticed that there was no athletic apparel for plus size women and the ladies that were even coming to my boot camp. So I started buying wholesale at our Houston fashion district, and then started saying like, okay, they have it up to size 16, 18, but that's not really plus size, you know, even then. Like, so I'm like, where's size 22? Where's 24? Where's 26? So I realized I would have to manufacture and design and make my own things if I wanted it to go up to a size that could fit my sister potentially, or something like that. So I started so I quit Starbucks. And
you had children at this point.
Yes, I had children. So what I did was what is it called? Okay, so I was working and doing wholesale, and then when I could sell enough that I was doubling what I was making at Starbucks, I said I was going to quit and invest 100% in my business. And so with that, I knew I was going to get a 401k. So I took half of my 401k and put it all into my first design, which was the Body Love legging. And then it sold. The pre-sales sold out.
Yeah.
And so
Faith.
yes. And so then that happened, and then I just continued on, and then I met Ashley Graham, and then I didn't actually. She hit me up because she told me that she had been following me, and that I was her like a inspiration,
goals,
like a workout inspiration every day, and I was completely humbled and shocked, and so in my mind, I'm a constant hustle.
Yeah.
Like I'm thinking like, how do I do? So then she invited me to an event, which was her first Sports Illustrated event in Houston, Texas.
Wow.
And she DM'd me, and she's like, hey, would you like to come to this event and bring your husband? And I was like, yes, I would love to. And so I wrapped up my Body Love leggings and brought her a gift, because in Latin American culture, you don't show up to places without a gift or without a plate of food or something that you're going to offer.
Everybody need to adopt that right there. Let's not get into it. Don't show up at somebody's house without something.
No.
Then back to the store. Go ahead.
So I had brought my little gift, and they ripped that shit open when I was at security. And I was so embarrassed. I was like, they ripped my shit open. So I wrapped it back up and gave it to her, and she loved it. And okay, so I didn't hear anything. I was like, okay, maybe she didn't like it. Maybe she didn't. So then 2 or 3 weeks later, she DMs me again, and she was like, I have not taken this off. Like, she was like, I love these leggings. I love these bottoms, because I designed them specifically for everything that I desired in a legging, and what I knew that we needed when we were working out, like support and higher waisted and this and that. And so it was
And not
completely
see-through on the big old
not
booties when
see-through.
they bend over to squat.
Jesus, hello.
Yes, so all these amazing things. And so after that,
Excuse me.
thank you. We maintained communication, and it was just a blessing. It was divine, and I knew that it was just meant to happen. That connection, everything was meant to happen. So,
But you
That's
saw
how
a
I
need.
found you.
I saw a need. Yes,
Yeah,
I
you
saw
saw
it. That's how I
saw
found
me on
you.
Ashley
I
Graham's?
saw you on Ashley Graham's
Wow.
Instagram, and I said, if these leggings fit her, like, I think they'll fit me.
Wow.
And then I found your freaking page and saw you and your amazing body, which I
FYI,
probably was,
ladies
like,
and gentlemen,
drooling over for about an hour.
FYI, there is no perfect body. There is no la la la. But I'm gonna tell you right now,
If there was
God
one-
came down from the mountain and said, "Whose body do you want?" Bang bang. Y'all don't even know because she hasn't stood
Right.
up.
I
But
don't
Lord
say-
Jesus,
Right.
Jesus
so
Lord.
silly.
It's really unfair.
I told you I stopped saying body goals like 2 years ago, but I'm
guess
gonna go
what?
ahead and say it.
Hashtag body goals.
You're
Okay.
so silly.
No, girl, you are redonkulous. Okay, I'm done.
insane.
I'm done. But listen to me. That is amazing that you took that leap of faith, but really important. You saw a need in the market, and that exists. Like, you know, like you said, like I'm like a 16, 18.
Yes.
I can find stuff. You're 24. Good luck.
No,
there
but
is
even,
nothing.
you know what? Let's be real though, because when you're working out,
Yeah.
you actually can't really find things unless you
Yeah.
want to go to Nordstrom and spend
A lot of money.
$90
Yeah.
plus.
Leggings.
And that's what I was forced to do up until, you know, maybe like a year ago. And it was
Yeah.
so frustrating.
And that was a huge issue for me because yes, there's leggings that are plus size, but they're going to be 90 to 120. And the thing is that as a working middle class or even low income as I was at that time, my market, and to this day, my market will never be high end women. My market is working class women who I relate to, who I met that, and I feel like I want to create things that they can purchase, they can buy, and that's will forever be my goal. You know,
What is your range for a legging?
like I keep doing wholesale so that I can also market to lower income. So I have stuff that is $15 all the way to I think 56 is my highest, or $58 is the highest. But but I always have sales. I'm trying to always run sales because it's, when I tell you I was like low income and couldn't buy these things, it was like that was my whole mindset. Like, how can I create something that
It's
can be more
affordable, but
affordable,
can sustain you.
Yes,
Yeah.
because already fitness and movement is so unattainable in low income communities. So it's like everything is just there's no what is it called?
There's just
Resources?
it's just not
There's
accessible.
No, it's not accessible. Fitness is not accessible. The workout clothes are not accessible, and there's not programs that are accessible. So it's like that was always my thing: doing free boot camps, $5 boot camps, and cheap affordable workout clothes.
They tell you to work out, but they don't give you anything to work out in and no place to work out.
No.
And nothing to
Yes.
feel comfortable in. I think
Right.
that's what was like, seriously,
fits
as
your
soon as
body.
I found your stuff, like I felt so much I felt freaking sexy at the gym. You know what I mean? Like,
And you look
I
sexy
love
now, and you
that
have
fit.
them
and
on.
I'm wearing them with the
She
bodysuit.
dresses them up and down. Like,
First of all, anybody who follows me, like, I'm obsessed. Like, I'm just obsessed with these because
I'm apparently going to have to go buy some now.
They
Here we go.
those are
Okay.
Ashley Graham's go-to gym.
I know.
She DM'd me and said, "This is all I wear at the. I'm not at the gym at the gym, but also at my airport gear." She's like,
Let
"I'll
me stand up.
fly."
Here we go.
Yes, stand
Look
up.
at these.
She's like, "I fly with these on."
Those are really solid, man.
Yeah.
Those are and I can't see the booty from the back.
sorry.
I like it. Yeah, let's
So
see the booty
good.
from there. Yeah, and can't see through. There you go. Good seam. I love it.
Yeah.
Get it.
So these are the knockout ones, which I
knockout
never
ones.
really.
So bigbottombehavior.com. They can
Yes.
go. They can order.
Now a lot of things are sold out. That
They're
just because
always
people
sold out
don't.
'cause you're always-
Yeah, people don't realize that when you, especially when you're a small business, you invest. I invest everything that I have in one design, and then I have to wait for it all to sell, so that I can invest in a whole nother design or restocking this design. So it's very hard when you're actually trying to make your own stuff or make your own designs. So
Yeah, which I also think is important to talk about. I mean, here you are with not a lot of resources at your hand, you know, to find manufacturers who I know making small quantities is hard for a lot of manufacturers. They charge you more, and obviously, you know, not having like a whole bunch of extra income just to invest in it, but yet you're still doing it. And it's one of my frustrations. You see, like I'm not knocking Good American brand at all, but you know, their fitness line just dropped, and she goes up to a 4X, and it's so frustrating to me. Here is somebody who has every resource at her hand, Khloe Kardashian, every resource available, and you're selling a sports bra for $89.
oh yeah, it's disgraceful, and I feel like
so upsetting, and I'm like, there's no way that the quality is probably
that's okay.
even is.
You know why that's okay? Because it leaves a nice little market for her to
It
come in and
does.
go.
It
Guess
does.
what? I'm gonna do the 15 to
Right.
60.
Yeah.
You know,
But
and
at the same time, I just wish that
that's how they
it
stay
was
rich.
easier. It was easier for
Yeah.
small businesses to, be more successful.
Right.
Like we don't give the opportunities that we should.
And that's why it's really important that we support. Until I started my own business, I didn't realize how vital it was for me to invest in the people in my community and also the people that have small businesses, like all the vendors. Like you don't realize that every purchase that you make, you paid for my food shopping for that week, you paid for me to be able to put my kids in dance. You directly invest, and you invest in everything that I do, whether it be for my community, whether it be everything that I do, you directly invest into it. And I didn't realize that until I started working for myself. So it's very important that you invest in small businesses. Even if it's somebody that's doing a corporate job and they have a side hustle, you need to invest in it, whether it be with your hair products or things like that. You have to invest in it because you're feeding those people's families. You're feeding their
livelihoods.
Yes, their livelihoods. It's important.
Do you have other plans for Big Bottom? Are you going to get into you're going to go out of athletics and get into clothing? Or are you going to get into?
I was trying to do athletic. I was trying to do denim, but it's very hard. It's very expensive. So I'm still working on denim. But yeah, everything just like how it is now. It's a slow process, and people. Hopefully I can find ways to find investments and things like that. But it's growing. It's definitely grown ever since I invested my time and energy into it. It's growing.
How long has Big Bottom Behavior been open and available?
Well, I quit Starbucks 1.5 years ago, and then I'd say about 2.5 years fully. But when I first started, I probably had 4 or 5 print leggings that I found on Harwin, and just opened a Shopify account, and it just started really slow and gradual. And so as long as your heart is in the right place, and I feel like you're doing things with good intentions, doors will open up and things will happen that you will be able to do things the way that you want to do it, instead of like having to conform, like you're saying, like sell things for $80, $90, $120 and that's not my vision. That's not who I want. That's not my market. That's nothing that I want. So you have to stay true to yourself, but also it just takes time. It's a slow process.
Well, I have to tell you, for 2 years in business, you're kicking ass.
Seriously.
You're kicking ass. You've got a great little followership going on. You're doing your thing. You're making your prints. And you have this event in 2 years.
Making an impact, I think, is the most, I mean, the best way I measure success is if you're making an impact on people's lives. And you are.
Yeah.
That's really important.
And maybe steal some things. Like today, I mean, for the first time, I saw Fabletics, right, on TV. And they were like, oh, it fits everybody. And I was like, really? I was like, okay, I'm going to go to the website. And they're running this promo now, 2 for $24. And I knew there was a catch, because I'm like, how are they doing that? Right. But you have to sign up for their VIP membership. Yeah. And I went, oh, okay, wait a minute, So you know what? Steal from the big dogs. Yeah. Maybe you start a what do you call it? Legging of the Month club, and you get your first one free.
I'll be your number one customer.
Right. Yeah. Sign up for a year, like these what do you call it? Like, beauty boxes. Maybe you get the legging, for those girls that really love working out. There's a different print every month. I mean, get brewing that, hey, I'll give you a pair of leggings, but you have to sign up and commit to a year worth of leggings at this price.
It's funny because my cousin was just telling me that to do something like that. He was like, that boxes and things and things, those memberships are really in, and he was telling me you should definitely go for something like that.
I wanted to also, I feel like we can't be here with you without talking about your passion for movement and just like the power of movement in your life. You're always posting amazing workouts. You're always posting, like, giving us a little workout,
movement of the day.
Movement of the day. Yeah, and I love that. Like, just talk about the importance for that in your life and just, in general.
I've always been, I feel like we all get the wrong ideas of how a body is supposed to look and how a fit body is supposed to look, and it's a big misconception. And so my idea with movement of the day is not necessarily focused on a body goal or this is my body goal. It's strictly moving your body because your body is able, moving your body because you live in a country where you get to have gym memberships and you get the opportunity to do certain things. Like, you need to take advantage of these things. So it was something that I was pushing, not to have a body goal or do this, but just to move your body. And because it does help with so many things, it's helped me with just like depression or just anything like that. It just helps do things like that. And so it was really important to me when I had this big bottom bash to have Jenzai, who is an incredible figure who does like 3 to 4 classes a week, hour classes, just like, but entire hours of like the little snippet that she did. She'll do it for like an hour of classes like that. And it's like anyone would look at a big body and say they're not capable, they're not strong, they're not this, just based off of their figure or their weight or this or that. And so to me, the movement of the day all is about just showing all bodies and all shapes in movement. Just it doesn't matter what size you are, just so yeah, that was kind of like how I started, that all bodies are capable, all bodies can move, all bodies are strong. It doesn't matter how you look, and it doesn't have to be for a specific goal.
Yeah.
Could just be it could be anything.
And it breaks the stigma too that, oh, she's big, she can't do that. Really? Watch me do it.
Watch me do it.
Right, exactly.
Like me and Carmen worked out today and it was insane. We both got our asses kicked and she was worried that I wasn't going to think it was hard.
I was so worried. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is like the queen of workouts for me on Instagram. I'm like, I'm going to be so embarrassed. That was my, but then she was dying too, and I told our trainer, I was so like, awesome. I'm so happy to have validation that this shit is hard and mean.
We recorded it. I'm editing it now so you guys can watch it, but you'll see our workout, and it was so awesome for both of us. But at the same time, you see her body is just as capable as my body, doing the same exact thing, and she's just as strong as me, or just it's everything. Like it's just
and you know what it boils down to too? For like a month, you guys could do the same workout and eat the same food. And there's going to be a different resort.
Yes.
Because you're two different bodies and two different beings. And I think that's what people, I love people that are like, well, you could go on a diet. You could be a size 6 if you wanted. Yeah. Bro, I know what I have to do that. It's called rice cakes and broccoli and chicken. And the minute I put anything else in my body, that's it. Well,
if I eat rice, like I'm gaining weight.
Right.
Period.
No, but seriously, like, it's kind of unrealistic, and we're subjected to certain genetics, and it is what it is. Yeah. You're going to carry weight differently than she's going to carry weight. You're never going to have the same body if you did that. Yeah. So it's good that you guys did that and proved that, And
what a boring world we would live in if that was the case.
Yes.
I put up a picture from your event, that picture of all of us in the pool, and it was my statement. If God wanted us all to look the same, he would have made us that way. But he didn't. He wants us all to be unique and different. And in looking in that photo, there were all types of different women, which was lovely,
It's beautiful.
Really beautiful. So nice. I love it.
I do too.
Yay. Let's go eat pie.
Oh my God.
Deanna, you guys, why aren't you calling in? We have big bottom behavior.
Nobody's calling. What the hell?
We need the phone number. 818-570. You guys, don't be shy. 570-5085. I'm telling you, I get home and I was going to call in, but I was shy. Call in and talk to us. You guys, do not be shy. We make fools of ourselves every single week. You guys can do it for 5 minutes. Call in. It'll be great. Please do.
Okay. We have to talk about the picture. Deanna, why didn't you post your picture of you in the pool? Because we had the conversation of this whole thing like, oh, she's a snack,
pool.
You
didn't give me it.
Oh,
you never sent it to me. I took a picture in the pool holding a little bag of Doritos, and I was like a meal holding a snack. I have never been a snack, FYI. I've always been a Happy Meal. But you didn't send it to me. That's why.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'll send it. I should have posted it.
Yeah, you didn't send it. But, so Miss Lady over there.
Yes.
So this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking big bottom bash, LA every year. Then we move to another city, and it's every year. Like every year in you started in LA. I'm telling you right now, there's girls next year that are going to see that footage and they're going to want to come back.
Yes, and that was vital for me to get those images. That's why I really wanted to get the pictures and have the photographers so that I could get it all on like the photos. I feel like that getting this event to where it was, I felt like it was a struggle for me. I really felt like I wasn't going to get...
Somebody's calling. Oh, get it. Somehow I think it's Jules again.
Julie.
Is it?
Julie is so funny. Hi, thank you for calling the Plus Size Divas. I mean, who is this? We have no idea who's calling in.
It's Louisa
Oh!
from Curvy Girl Meets Yoga.
Oh,
hey,
Louisa. Hi.
Hey, I was just calling to say thank you for the Big Bottom Bash because it was awesome and I had so much fun and I can't wait for the next one basically.
I loved it. I love seeing she had her watermelon bottoms.
I loved those. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. So you live in LA?
I do live in LA. Yes, I'm in Encino.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so you're like me. You want this to happen, but you will go to whatever city you need to attend next year, right? I mean, you're with us.
Yes, I'm with that actually. I need a girls trip anyway, so I'm down.
Boom.
Yes.
I love it.
What was your
Done.
favorite? What was your favorite takeaway from the event?
My favorite takeaway, I would think, honestly, is just all the different type of ladies that we had around us. Every size, every color, short, tall. Like, it was just beautiful to have everyone just being so comfortable and not thinking of somebody judging them or somebody like, oh, what's that or who's this. Everyone just was gorgeous.
They were just
and
enjoying themselves,
supportive.
enjoying existing, and just.
I think next year, the LA one, we should do a naked Big Bottom Bash.
Pause.
Oh my God!
Okay, so me and
Take
Nora were
everybody out of their element.
We were at the spa yesterday, and me
Let's
and Nora
push our
said that
boundaries.
we're gonna do a meet me at the spa day.
Oh, I'm totally down for that.
You guys are nuts. I will not be at that event. I'm not ready for that. But
I don't know if I'm ready for that either. Honestly.
I know.
You are.
But leave it to Carmen to come up with some shit like that. Oh, naked
I
Big
know.
Bottom
I need
event.
my watermelon.
Then we'll really have the creeps. I love it. Thank you so much for calling in, babe. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Luisa.
All right, ladies.
Bye.
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 I am actually
so
really
fun.
serious.
Oh, I'm serious.
A naked
too.
retreat.
I'm so serious.
This bitch would be naked 24/7 if she could be. You know that,
No,
right?
But it is harder to be naked in front of. I know it's hard to be naked in front of other people, but I think I did a 24-hour naked retreat with 2 other women.
Did you eat naked? In front
Yes,
of them?
it was so.
I do
Actually,
not wanna
we
see
answered
somebody's-
the room service guy naked too.
What?
No way.
Bitch, I don't know who you are. Listen to me. I do not want to like eat breakfast looking at your snatch. I love you, but just not. Just not. I just don't.
You don't have to look then,
But it's gonna be so
I'm
hard.
so
but it's nice.
Just hate
I'm
you so,
so
much.
down for that.
I hate you so much. Okay, listen to
Okay,
me.
but first I want to. I'm really serious. Nudity, Deanna. It's just nudity.
She
We
made me
need
do
to
my first
normalize
naked
nudity.
shoot.
Oh, the
She
spa
did.
helped me a lot. So when I
Yeah,
started going to
yeah.
the spa, I've always been naked at home, but being naked in front of other women and seeing other women naked of all ages and all sizes was so liberating.
Yes.
Just to see all these, like, vages and fupas and all this, and all of it just straight up just ass naked. It was liberating and so beautiful at the same
I thought
time.
so too. That first
And
time I
so
went to the
Sayla
Korean
and
spa.
so my daughter Sayla went, my niece Paloma went, and I want them to grow up seeing nudity, seeing bodies,
Yeah.
seeing this, and it being completely normal,
Thank
and
you.
just
I hate the word
beautiful
normal.
and not
Okay.
normal, but being like
Accepted.
Accepted.
and just that it's not weird, it's not odd,
Right.
and that there's nothing to hide from, you know?
Yeah.
And so I am down. Like, so we could start off with a meet me at the spa, and
Yes.
whoever
Whoever
wants
wants
to
feels
start,
comfortable.
and they can wear a swimsuit. So Luisa, you
No,
can bring your
not at We Spa.
No.
No swimsuits allowed.
Well, this bitch had a swimsuit on yesterday.
Oh, shoot.
Did
She
you see
should have
her?
got reported.
She should have, because she had a whole bottom and top.
Oh man.
You should have just hung her.
Before
I mean, no.
we run out of time,
Okay.
Havala, I feel like that you would be perfect for our masterpiece challenge because I think that, you know, Deanna and I again can sit over here and be like, you know, we love your body if we had your body, but I also know that everybody has their own body issues, no matter where you are on your self-love journey. So I really want you to do our masterpiece challenge. I know we spoke about it
Yes.
at the Big Bottom Bash. Julie, for crying out loud, we're still waiting
No,
on
seriously, Gugu, Billionaire, Shoshana Bean, April Jones, you all owe us. I'm going to tag them all and embarrass them.
Yes.
But when you do yours, so you do
Okay.
yours, Masterpiece Challenge, take a photo
Do
of you.
something
This
vulnerable.
is naked, right?
No,
it doesn't
little.
have to
It can be whatever you
Okay.
want.
But push your boundaries a little
Push your
bit,
boundaries.
You know what I mean?
Write Masterpiece on your body and tag 2 people. And I want you to tag Ashley Graham because Ashley Graham need to get on this shit too.
Okay.
Bang bang.
Yes.
Yes.
Ashley
Yes.
Graham.
But we really are going to start brewing some things to kind of push the Masterpiece Challenge forward because we feel like it is so everybody out here kikiing
And I know
and they
it's
need to be
hard.
loving themselves.
I know it's hard for people because we're challenging people and we're not, you know, getting people in the masses, which is fine, but that just makes me know that it's necessary.
Yeah.
But we're going to spark it, and it's going to be a wildfire, and we want a wildfire of self-love, and
Because
that's
it'd
what this
basically
is.
be something that I would typically be insecure about
Yes.
posting.
Yep.
Yeah.
And just fuck it. Just I'm
Yeah.
gonna post it.
Yeah.
And being
Push your
confident
boundary.
in my own skin.
Push your boundary, write masterpiece, claim why you're a masterpiece in the post, tag 2 people, challenge them. You got it? You gonna do it? Are you gonna be the first guest that actually does it?
Yeah,
Got
she
it.
is.
We need to do it. I need to do it soon, though.
You need to do it soon. Okay, listen. Please tell the nice people because, of course, this show flies by. We have so much fun.
We have 4 minutes, though, and I'm going to put Nora on blast.
Put her on blast.
So, first of all, can we talk about how talented your flippin' family
Fucking
is?
amazing.
Yeah.
You guys are all amazing. I've had the privilege of meeting 3 sisters, and you are all masterpieces and just blessings to this world individually. But Nora also has a design.
who's off to
pull
the
your
side
chair
here.
up
Pull your chair up.
Come towards me.
Nora's also a designer and has a line, and she's wearing it right now. Hi, Nora. Say hi to everybody.
I love
She's like,
Nora.
y'all are putting me on full blast right now.
So Nora hand sews and makes all of your. You make all your own patterns.
Yeah, everything
so-
like designed, pattern made, cut, sewed, packaged, all by me. Yeah.
And you're also very size inclusive.
I do extra small through a 3X.
Yes.
Beautiful.
And I mean, if other sizes also, like if you want to DM me on Instagram or send me.
Because you do custom pieces as
And
well.
where can
I'm
they
open
find
to
you?
it, yeah. At Nora Hidalgo, Nora.Hidalgo on Instagram. Nora at NoraHidalgo at gmail.com.
Is that the name of your line? Just your name?
Just
Or-
NoraHidalgo.com.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hidalgo.
And your brand is like
HIDALGO.
so inclusive.
Yeah.
Like it's male, it's female, non-binary. I freaking love it.
Queer. I mean, my main thing is like queer, people of color, and body positive. That's like what I go for. It's what I've always aimed for. You know, showcasing like people of color in all bodies, all sizes, whether it's extra small or 4X. And
We
people
love
of
it.
color and queer, because I'm queer and I like to, you know, rep my people.
Yeah.
So
No, I love that. And I honestly, like, you guys are so talented and you're really providing such a amazing service and experience to anybody who's able to buy your clothes and feel so empowered in them.
Yep.
So kudos to both of you. You guys should be extremely proud and own your shit. And I'm so happy that we had the opportunity to meet you.
Really lucky.
Through the Big Bottom Bash. And I think we all know, did we say where to find them?
Yeah.
Big
One
Bottom
more
Be-
time.
Okay, one more time, both of you.
BigBottomBehavior.com.
Okay.
And
NoraHidalgo.com. HIDALGO.
We love it. You guys, thank you so much for being our guest today. Like, we love it, and we're just going to keep supporting you. Once you're on the show, you're like family forever, so whatever you guys need. Again, we want to just shout out
Oh, yeah.
our
Mine.
sponsor,
Boom.
Felicia.
Those are amazing.
Marie Antoinette, you guys, she is coming to town. She's going to do like once a month. She's going to do like a whole day. So DM us
And
if you're
even
interested.
if you're not in her area, just go follow her, check out her work,
Yes.
support her. Remember, like, our sponsors, you know, without them, we're not here.
We're not
So
here.
If you want to keep seeing our beautiful faces and our cleavage every week, go support them.
And next week, you have to tune in because I'm very, very excited that we have Mario Jose, who's going to be our guest. We're going to have another awesome male guest, and he ticks all the boxes, honey. All the boxes are ticked with Mario, and he's coming on. He has a new single he just dropped, and we're so excited to have him.
August is going to be a really great month for us, so stay
Yes.
tuned, everybody.
Absolutely.
Excited.
We will see you.
Thank you.
I am a masterpiece.